Hello people and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my fall morning routine. Now, even though I love doing routines and I do them, I feel like every single season, I always feel kind of weird calling them routines because the honest truth is I am a 7 on the Enneagram, and if you don't know what that means, you can go watch my What is the Enneagram video. And I don't really have much routine. Like I have some things that do happen every single day, but it's not a perfect routine. So I'm going to take you along on a typical-ish morning right now in my life. So yeah, let's hop right in. So when it's time to wake up, the first thing we have to do every morning is cuddle with our pups. I think I mentioned this, but we actually have started sleeping with our dogs recently. I had kind of like a freak out one night where I thought someone was in our house. And after that night, Dan was like, "Do you want to sleep with the pups tonight? Would that make you feel more calm?" And we did it one night. Had never done it in the whole 4 years of having them. And we loved it. So now they sleep with us basically every single night. And it's so sweet. And I know that they're so happy about that. So once we wake up, I actually didn't put this in here because this has kind of changed recently too. I've started my mornings with prayer again, where I really just spend my time in bed praying and giving up any anxieties or things that I'm just, that are weighing heavy on my heart to the Lord. So I didn't get that on camera because that's a habit that I had fallen out of. And the other thing that I do that you can see me doing is I tend to check my phone. I'll watch movie trailers or news clips. I know that's the opposite of advice people give for morning routines, but I love checking out YouTube as well in the morning. So once I hop out of bed and we're done playing with the pups, I pull out my oils, and I feel like I like to fill my diffusers ASAP because they really help set the tone for the day. The scents and the way that I feel when oils are diffused, just put me in a direction that I really like. So I do that right away. And on this morning, I turned on my shower and it was time to wash my hair. Usually when I'm sleeping in braids, that means it's gonna be time for me to wash my hair soon. So I got my shower ready and then I took out my braids. Man, I'll tell you what, with having long hair, sleeping with braids is sometimes so convenient. So once I took the braids out and did a little shaky dance move, I washed my hair with my Young Living Lavender Mint shampoo and my Copaiba Vanilla conditioner. So I washed my hair, scrubbed my roots, and once I had rinsed out the shampoo, like I said, I applied the conditioner. And I just love this shampoo and conditioner. I love the combo of the lavender and the mint and the vanilla. And on this morning, I used my Young Living Art facial cleanser. And after I washed my face, I used my Lush Rose Jam shower gel, which smells absolutely amazing. And I used that as kind of like a shaving cream. I don't know what you'd call that. Just to help me shave my legs. Once I hopped out of the shower, I have been using this for a while. I pulled out my black tea kombucha facial toner, and this stuff feels amazing on my skin. Now, I have to be honest, someone had commented in one of my last videos that they wished they could try it, but they didn't know how expensive it was. I didn't either because the brand sent this to me, but I will say 80% of products that are sent to me from brands I either don't use or don't like. I end up donating them, or I'm just not interested in trying them. This product has been sent to me a couple of times and I'm obsessed. My skin just feels amazing when I use it and I love it. So then I used my Young Living Orange Blossom Moisturizer, and I actually mixed these two oils in it, lavender and frankincense. And I also like to mix manuka oil in it as well sometimes. And it just feels really amazing on my skin, and I know that there are such great benefits from those oils, so I like using them for that. And then I used my lavender body lotion. And after I put that on my body, I used my Chi Silk Infusion hair oil that I've been using for years. And I applied it to my hair from about the ear's length down. And then I sprayed in some detangler. It's this natural detangler I forgot to get a shot of, and I can't remember what it's called. But I don't even know if I love it yet. So honestly, not that important. And then I used my wet brush to brush out my hair from the ends down. Now, sometimes I don't brush my hair after the shower. I'll brush it beforehand, but I forgot. So I brushed my hair out, and then I just kind of scrunched up the ends to bring the wave and the curl and the texture back to my hair that I felt like I maybe brushed out. All the while, Zoe watched. And then I made my way to the bedroom, and I like to open up my windows, not only for light, I always show this in routines, but also now for my plants. If I don't open up my windows, I feel like my plants in my bedroom do not get enough light. So I opened up the windows, and then I finished making the bed by putting all my little fluffy pillows back in place, and then folding the blanket that we use in our bedroom as well. Side note, I've mentioned this before, but that blanket I folded is the world's softest, coziest blanket. It's actually from my mom's business, and I couldn't be more obsessed, and I don't think it's because I'm biased. So I turned on my bedroom diffuser with a mix of thieves and tangerine, and it smelled amazing. I just love diffusing oils so much more than I can ever explain. Then I almost forgot I wanted to put on my Rogaine. I use Rogaine on like my front thinning, I call them my baldies. I'll call them my thinning hair spots, morning and night, and I have for months now. I am going to be making a video about that, my experience with Rogaine soonish in life. But yes, I use it morning and night. And then I pulled out my Progessence Plus, which is an oil blend for hormonal balance. And then I used my Valor oil for emotional support, and also because it's one of my favorite scents ever, and I always like to roll it on myself at the start of the day. It's drool worthy. It's so good. Look at me freaking out. So as you can see now, my hair is not wet anymore, and that's because I actually filmed my morning routine on 2 separate days because I felt like, I don't know, I've been forgetting footage lately. I've been doing this when I've been filming, but one of the things that I also love to do in the morning is check my tower garden. Pretty much every morning, right when I leave my bedroom, I go to my tower garden and I check the status of my plants, because the plants in the tower garden literally change daily. Like, they grow more every day, so I love checking it. And then after I checked my tower garden, I went downstairs to check on my seedlings. Dan and I actually had to rip up a couple plants from the tower garden because they were overwhelming and they weren't going to fruit. So we've had to sprout some new seeds. So I went downstairs to check on my sprouts and breathe in the fresh air. It was a beautiful day here in Nashville today. So I just kind of like took some deep breaths and soaked up the sun. And then after I did that, I made my way back inside. And I had my chairs up on the counter the night before because I had turned on my Roomba as well as my kitchen little rug mat thing. So I put everything back, and then of course I had to turn on my downstairs diffuser as well, because hashtag never forget. So I filled up my diffuser with some water, and in the kitchen I decided to diffuse Citrus Fresh. Citrus Fresh is one of my all-time favorite oil blends because it's just a bunch of citruses mixed with a little bit of spearmint, so it gives it like a nice clean kick. And I love it, and it's amazing. And side note, to anyone who didn't know this, I'm obviously obsessed with essential oils, but I'm actually a Young Living distributor now as well because I love it so much. So if you're ever interested, or you just have questions or anything you want to know about Young Living, feel free to send me a DM on my oils Instagram account. I will link that down below. But all of my diffusers and all of my oils that you see are all from Young Living, and I legitimately love it so much. Clearly I love it. So I also watered my prayer plant, as you saw. This thing, I feel like I always say this about my plants, but it's still alive and kicking, and I'm not fully sure why. I mean, I've done some research, but it always just feels like a miracle when plants stay alive to me, honestly. So then I made my way over and I did my Egoscue, my physical therapy. To those of you that didn't know, although I feel like I show this in all my routine videos, I am currently doing a physical therapy program called Egoscue, like EGOSCUE. And it's a very specific physical therapy program, super simple, but insanely hard. And I'm still dealing, to those of you that have asked, with my chronic pain, and I still have a lot of the same issues that I've had my whole life. But Egoscue is definitely the first method I've ever done that, like, in my heart, I feel like is really working on some of my core issues and weaknesses. And I just so far, really recommend the program. And the guy that developed it, his name is Pete Egoscue. He actually wrote a book that Amazon listed recently as like one of their top 100 favorite books of all time. It's called like Pain Free by Pete Egoscue. So if you're someone that's hunting for, you know, ways to deal with your pain, physical therapy hasn't been great for you, I highly recommend looking into this as something that, yeah, for you to try, that you might find helpful. But I'm warning you, super simple and crazy hard at the same time. So once I was done with my Egoscue, as a reward, you know, I had to brew tea. And side note, guys, it made me laugh so hard because someone in one of my last videos where I showed this mug left a comment saying like, I wonder if the person who made that, or like, I want the person who made that mug to know that a person out there in the universe has been using that mug for like 8 years and has moved with it like 10 times. And I died because you're right, whoever you were. I can't remember, can't find your comment, but I have moved with this mug so many times and I've just never switched tea mugs. I just haven't had a reason. Side note, we made sure that the dogs were eating their breakfast while I was making my tea. And the tea, you might have noticed, is a new tea. I have been using the Paradise Tropical Passion tea for like 10 years. And lately I've been using tea from this company called like Loose Leaf Teas that I found on a road trip with some friends when we were going through Monrovia. And now I order tea from there. Monrovia is a city in California, by the way. So I have it shipped to me in Tennessee and I love it. I still drink my passion tea, but I currently love this tea more, so there's that. I also wanted to start my day by taking a shot of my Pure Rose nectar. Now, rose nectar is something that I've gotten into drinking within the last couple of months, and it's basically like the juice, the nectar of Bulgarian roses. And Bulgarian roses are basically like an herb. They're just super great for your body, and I'm all about getting like healthy herbs and supplements into my body, and I feel like rose is very calming and alkalinizing, so I took a shot of my rose nectar. It's so good, by the way. I feel like if you're a tea person, you will most likely love rose nectar, and you can use it for a bunch of things, so that's cool. Then I went upstairs and it was time to get ready for the day. Now, by the way, if my hair had still been wet, if I had filmed this all on one morning, it would be probably air drying by this point, and then I would be adding some wave into my hair. Whenever my hair is freshly cleaned, I like to curl it because I just like to wear my hair wavy. You guys know this if you've seen any of my other videos. But today, obviously, it was a different day, so I just kept it up and I put on my makeup, did my foundation, my concealer, and then I took some bronzer. My favorite bronzer is the Hoola Benefit bronzer. And then I used my Inglot blush. That's my Inglot palette, by the way, down there that has the powder and the blush on it. Then I filled in my brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz powder, and then set my brows with Benefit Gimme Brow. Lately, I've been doing the most simple eye makeup. I just use this light champagne eyeshadow with my finger, and then I applied mascara, but I don't know where that clip went, so that's weird. So then I made my way into my kitchen to make my breakfast. Now, I had mentioned recently that I had been eating low carb. That has temporarily kind of gone out the window. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm eating less carbs than I used to eat, but I have been back to eating carbs again, and these are actually like bagel thins that I found at the Turnip Truck, which is our local health food store. So it's just less carbs, less calories, but I still get bagel-y goodness. So I added this vegan cream cheese, some chives, heirloom tomatoes, and this everything but the bagel sesame seasoning from Trader Joe's, which is everything. It's amazing. And then I chopped up a pear, and that was this morning's breakfast. So at this point, I sat down and I ate my breakfast while I worked on some stuff on my computer, and then it was time to head out. And this was my outfit for the day. Ooh, that's what I wore. These jeans, by the way, they're so cute, but I actually ripped the strap on the belt that day. Oh my gosh, and these glitter shoes. I'm kind of obsessed with them. So that is it, guys. I hope that you guys liked this video. I love filming routine videos, but I'm always wondering if people still want to keep seeing routines each season. So give this video a thumbs up if you do like it, to let me know that you do want to see more routine videos. I am planning on doing a nighttime routine video as well. So yeah, that is it, guys. And I will see you back here very soon, hopefully. Okay, bye.